In the Yellowstone supervolcano area, it was shaken by earthquake today, 3.9 magnitude. About 170 people reported feeling it on USGS. And it's about, I would say, it looks like 150, 200 miles west of the actual Yellowstone Lake, which lies over the caldera. Let's take a look at the map. These are today's earthquakes. This one here is what we're looking at, a depth of about 14.8 kilometers. And I would say this is the distance here. It's 100 miles here, about 200 miles from the caldera, right there. And Yellowstone Lake is right over the southeastern part of the caldera, about 3 miles down if you're standing there. So this is the area of the Snake River Plain, Snake River, and this is where the progression of the mantle plume is. Now, pushing out, you'll see where we are. There we are. This is about 200 miles, okay, according to this, the legend here. And we see that we have, we remember that the geologists have told us that the mantle plume comes from Baja California, and it splits into a Y. The western part goes under the San Andreas Fault and the Walker Lane Fault System high threat volcanoes here, and the eastern branch goes into this area here, Salt Lake City into Wyoming, and then turns west that way. So that's the eastern part, the western part here, the eastern part here, and we see that this past week, the yellow are the past week's earthquakes, and we see that it has a steady progression right along the mantle plume right there. But this one here is pretty big, 3.9. And going to that, 168 people reported it. Obviously, a lot more have felt it, even though it's in an area that is a park area. Let's go here, and you'll see this is Crater of the Moon. That's an ancient lava flow right there, okay? And this does not show all the frequencies, the shake frequencies. Okay, look at it. It's very intense. USGS stops it there. I don't know if Yellowstone has shaken from that. I would say it must have shaken somehow. But this is the lake, Yellowstone Lake. This is the caldera. You can even see how big it is, okay? Yellowstone Lake lies over the surface of the chamber, the roof of the magma chamber, right there. And in the past, geologists have told us that, from the USGS, that even a stiff breeze over the lake water can cause an earthquake, which is not to be, it's not desired, because that can crack the roof of the magma chamber of the supervolcano. So that's, all of you there, please be very careful. This is Salt Lake, and we've recently had earthquakes, this thing here, but it looks like it was induced. Okay, that was an earthquake swarm in Colorado. That was induced. So it seems to be, because there's a lot of fracking wells there. So all of you there, please be very careful. Of course, the West Coast has a lot of earthquakes, as is usual, even though the geologists say that they're expecting a big one sometime there soon. So this is what's going on near Yellowstone, which is one of the 21 some odd supervolcanoes of our Earth. Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support, and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box.